Hey guys, how you doing? This is Eric and I'll be your radio host today. And I'm going to tell you a story about how was my first ayahuasca experience. I was in my farm in the coffee mountains of Colombia. Relaxed, my dogs were chilling, my lamb were sleeping. I was enjoying my new life after moving from New York City. I had a few friends around the area, neighbors that I got along with. One of them was my dear friend Adriana. She owns a farm called La Lucrecia, pretty close to my farm. And she was like, "Hey, Eric." She walked in through my front door, of course. I had a beautiful entrance, automatic door. My farm was like beautiful, perfect Colombian coffee farm. And she started knocking, like, "Eric." And I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" I look up my balcony and she's like, "Hey, Eric, I'm going to Cartago." Cartago is a small town in the middle of Colombia. And I'm like, "Yeah, good luck, have fun." She's like, "No, I want to do some yahe and I want you to come with me." And I was like, "Yahe? I have no clue what yahe was. I never really heard of it. No clue, absolutely anything." So I was feeling so good that day and I was like, "Hey, let's do it." So we went in my car, right? Because she used to drive a motorcycle. So we hopped into my car, drove to the place. It was like a house. It was like, okay, it was like a house. And we walk in the house, and the house was kind of like huge, very big house. And then the backyard was huge. It was like a small forest. We walk in there, and we see these people sitting like it was like a ritual. It was like a fire, like a lot of rocks, and there was like an indigenous looking person. It was a shaman in there, and it was other people. The shaman was talking stories. He was saying about like how his backyard when he bought the house, it was like all dead. And then one day he told the plants like, "Hey, grow, you are free." Because people spray poison all the time and they die forever. And then the backyard became this amazing, beautiful garden. And then I see the indigenous lady. She was like, she was in a portal. She was like she was moving so fast. I couldn't believe it. She was like moving like in the Matrix. And I was like, "Whoa, what is going on?" And I tell Adriana, what is going on? She told me completely normal. She was like, "She's traveling." And I'm like, "What the fuck is she traveling? What the fuck is that? I don't know. What am I? But I was already like, "Hey, maybe it's meant to be. Fuck it." I feel like I was confident. I was like, "Fuck it. Fuck it." So then I feel like I was told because Adriana kept telling me like, "Hey, Eric, what you're gonna go through, don't trip, don't be tripping, don't get high. Ask your ancestors, ask your ancestors." I was like, "Okay, sure, I'll do what you say." So boom, the guy starts giving the juice. Bam, bam, bam. First it was the experienced people, and then I took one nice cup in the end. It was kind of like it was like a weird feeling. You never feel that again. It's like sour, but it's like unique taste. It's like, I would say, like a medicine, like the old school medicine, not nowadays. Nowadays the medicine is like half sugar. So I was like, it leave you like a weird taste in your mouth. And then uh, they say, hey, go find a nice place and relax, see what happened, you know. I was like, okay, sure. I found like a really nice grass that was under like a mango tree, you know, branches all over the place. And then you got this, the helpers of the shaman, you know, they got this beautiful essence, you know, spray, and they spray this, and it's like, wow, it's so good, you know, it's like, wow, I never, and then they start singing, you know, like oh, no, 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 no. They start singing like indigenous music, you know, and I'm like, oh, sure, whatever. When then my stomach was like, I'm like, fuck, man, I need to take a shit. I'm like, fuck. I went to the bathroom, you know, boom, took a nice dump, boom, whatever. I'm going back into my ceremony. So then I started feeling like shaky, and I started feeling like I didn't feel comfortable. It was like a horrible feeling. I never felt that before. And I felt like, you know, because of my background, I kind of like felt like, you know, because I was in the army and all this stuff. And then I was like, man, I was poisoned. Somebody poisoned me. Because at that point, I still felt like, oh, I'm an American in Colombia. You still have this bullshit in your mind that it doesn't exist anymore. And I was like, fuck, man, I got poisoned, man. What did I do? Jesus Christ, fuck, what's going to happen? And I started feeling horrible. I was like freaking out, you know. It's like, you know, when you have like horrible diarrhea, but the diarrhea doesn't come out, and you might be like in the street, and then you feel like it was horrible feeling. And then, you know, now I know that my body was fighting the ayahuasca, because the ayahuasca is pulling your spirit out of your body. But your body, because it was my first time, my body didn't want to let me go, because you know, the body doesn't want to do that. So then I feel like for one point my body didn't exist anymore. I was gone, long gone. I'm like, no clue where I was. I'm like in this some dimension, but I felt loved. I felt amazing. I felt like I know where this place is, and I feel like my body didn't exist. I forgot that I breathed. I forgot that I had hands. Totally unique experience. But then I started seeing my life flashing in front of my eyes, like bad experiences, bad things that happened to me, bad things that I kept in my subconscious, and my body kept, you know, the medicine kept like bringing them into my face, boom, and I feel like they were being deleted, like in a computer program, like like, because we do have a lot of things that happen in us and nobody knows. We never tell people, you know what I mean? We never experience sharing deeply with anybody. So then all these things came in front of me, like, I felt like I was like in a rush, you know? I feel like I was being cleansed, you know, like, and then I felt like I was inside of a coffin, and then the coffin just closed, like I died. I felt like I fucking died. I was like, fuck, what the hell is going on? You know, I'm in the other dimension. I don't know. I'm Eric. I'm enjoying this and I'm experiencing this as an energy, not as Eric. It's been a while. It's been like 4 years, so I'm want to make it as detailed as possible. And then I felt like I died. Totally, the message was, you just died. And then I opened my eyes. Like, I opened my eyes in my body. Like, I'm back in my body. And normally when you get high with other drugs, once the effect is gone, like once you feel that you were again yourself, you know the high is over, basically. But in this case, it was totally not that. I opened my eyes and I basically was like I was like, oh God, I'm a human being again. I'm like, I totally forgot, like, wow, but I got this incredible feeling, like, my God, what's going on? Like I felt like I was reborn. I was reborn again. So then, disappear again. Go back to the other dimension. So then when I went to the other dimension, I started feeling like I got this beautiful, incredible, loving energy about about me being like part of nature. I was like nature was my mother. Like she kind of like embraced me into this beautiful feeling. I was like, I feel like I was floating, and I felt like the plants were me and I was the plants, and I was like incredible feeling, loving. It was beautiful. And I couldn't believe it. You know, I never felt so much love in my life. And then I came back to my body, and I was like, wow. I was like, my God. And then I started I had like this mango branch, like in my face, and I was like, wow. Like I just grabbed the leaf, and I started eating the leaf, like I was like grabbing all the plants. I was eating the plants. Like I just felt like I was melting, like I melt into the grass. Like it was me and the grass were the same thing. It was something so unbelievable. Oh, and I took the medicine like around midnight. Okay, so this is all nighttime. So far, like my body. Oh, so then this time I'm going back up, and I see like my car parked outside the house. I was in Google Maps. I see my car parked, and I see my body parked. Like basically, like the message was like my body was just like my car. It was just another vehicle. It was like whoa, unbelievable. And then I go back up, and I wanted to. Then I came back. I went up again, and I'm like in a dimension. I can feel the energy, and I got this feeling like none of us ever died. We all gonna meet on that dimension. I feel like I was gonna like my mom was gonna meet in that dimension, and I felt like, but we are not my mom. We are not me. We are not you. You are not nothing. We're just all energy that know each other, and we can detect each other, but we are not that. So then I come back down, and then I started seeing, and then I went back to my body, and I'm like, I cannot believe that I can breathe again, coming from a place that breathing didn't exist. And then I started seeing in the trees, I started seeing figures, I started seeing animals, like anime, and I started seeing like cartoons, and everything had like a form, and I got this idea like, wow. No movie is ever made without psychedelics. No cartoons, no idea is ever been created by mankind without this type of power. Because I was seeing incredible things that you can only see in the movies. And the message was like, yeah, these people that made the movies, they came here and saw this and put it in the movies. And then I leave again. And now I arrive in this flat land, and I'm dressed with like monk robes, and I see all these people laying down like in like carpets, and they're meditating, and it's like they're taking the ayahuasca. They take it, those is the message. They're taking ayahuasca, they're taking shrooms, they're meditating, they're finding themselves, they're finding their inner power. And I can see I'm one of the people leading the sessions, leading the ceremony. And it was very clear, because here there is no sound, there is nothing. Oh, some crazy thing I can tell you that when, even though I was in the other dimension, when the shamans came around and sprayed the smell, I can smell the smell in the other dimension. It was like whoa, that I was like, that's when you started connecting with earth, because they know what they're doing. And then I remember Adriana used to come around, my friend used to come around, be like, Eric, ask them, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I'm going through this. This was like a lie. First of all, my body didn't want to let me go, and then I left regardless. Then ayahuasca cleansed me of all my traumas and all my my anger away from my body, then it shows me how loved I am and how amazing, and I'm just a fruit. I'm a fruit in earth. I'm gonna grow and I'm gonna ripe and I'm just gonna die. You know, that's all we are here. We just another fruit. They're telling me that we are just another fruit. You know, and obviously it takes all your ego away. That's what, and then I realized my a tree. That's I started hugging trees and loving trees. You know, I got my beautiful bonsai here, right? He's alive. You know what I mean? Like oh man. Well, it doesn't matter. So I'm wearing shorts. So let me tell you, when I got back to my farm, I stopped mowing the land and I stopped doing so many stuff. But whatever, back to the trip. So then I saw this vision, like, woo, you know, like I'm making this huge movement, because when I realized this, the strength of ayahuasca make you find yourself. It make you realize you are in the third dimension, you know. So my friend Adriana used to come around, be like, Eric, come on, don't trip. Ask them. Like she knew she was taking me there for a reason. And then you know, I came back, but I was feeling like I was fucking what do you say that? Like I was vibrating, you know, like I feel like I was just floating. It was so good. It was an incredible feeling. And then I was very clear. My life was very clear. Something that happened in the ayahuasca, that it was a life-changing experience. I never had that voice of my thoughts again. Like I aligned my thoughts with my mind, and now we were able to think. I'm able to think, like I'm able to control my mind through the ayahuasca. Obviously, I've been having up and downs because it's been almost 4 years, and I kind of like forgot about it, and I paid the price. I lost money, and I did businesses that went wrong, because ayahuasca basically told me, this is your path, this is your mission. So obviously that's what I'm pursuing now, getting better in being a guy, being a mentor, being a person that helps other people awake from this dream. But that was it. That was my ayahuasca trip. And when I got out of the trip and I tried to share it with the shaman, and these people knew something, you know, they were like we kind of know, like we know where you went through. And I was so excited, you know. I feel like, wow, you know, I'm gonna change the world. And I feel like I will change the world, but it takes time, and I have to let them work, because it's not me. It's not my gift. I'm just being assigned a mission, and my whole life is part of it. So yes, this is my ayahuasca trip. I hope you enjoyed it. If you ever listen to this video and you want to come to Colombia, I'll help you. I'm trying to create a offer in which you come to Colombia for like 3 weeks, and you take ayahuasca. We meditate, we do fires, we do everything, we do shrooms, we do rivers, we do a transformation. But I'm letting the universe work and letting the universe take care of what's supposed to happen. But it's beautiful. Life is beautiful. We are beautiful. And I want you to be thankful, and I want you to be grateful. And I want you to understand that your thoughts create your reality. But our thoughts are being programmed by our parents or by our people of the purple that raised us. And we need to find the strength to reprogram our subconscious mind, find mentors, find people that can help you and can guide you through this process, because it's beautiful. And we are meant to come to this world to love it and to enjoy it. What's going on right now, it's a huge problem, and that's why we've been called to do this type of work, because the universe is tired and done of people being depressed and sad and anxious, because we are gods and we come here with God's powers, and we are meant to figure it out and wake up from the dream. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. I hope you like this video.